Hi everyone, welcome to Living by Divinity Live. And this video is going to be about the soulmate connection. Ooh. Yes, we're getting to the good stuff. So, the soulmate connection. Sorry. Thank you if you're on my YouTube channel. Much love to everyone. Thank you for all the support. I don't know if I said it in my other video. If you're on my YouTube channel, if you're new, welcome. If you're on my Facebook and you're new, welcome. And if you're on my YouTube, subscribe, people, subscribe, and go onto my Facebook, same name, Lily Best Divinity Live. I go live on Fridays at 4:44, and follow me on there too, so you can get notifications whenever I go on. So yeah, so back to this. So this is gonna be a video about the soulmate connection and my experience with soulmates, my experience with love soulmates and relative soulmates, and my children. I have I know my children chose me. One of them always tells me she did, and because people always think soulmates is all about love and, you know, relationship and this and no. They are all types of soulmates. They are soulmates who are family members. There are soulmates who are even parents, and you know that they're, you know, you was with them in another life. And that's what soulmates to me is all about. To me, soulmates is about, you know, people that you've been in other lives with, and you come and you meet up with them again because there's still lessons to be learned. Okay, when it comes to love soulmates, the connection is very real. So I'll start with that, with love soulmates, and I hope I don't make this video massive long because there's so much to me about soulmates. I even believe people can have pet soulmates. I really do. I believe that people can have a pet that was their soulmate in a past life, that roamed the world with them, you know, and protected them, and then they meet them in this life, you know. So, but that's another video. So love relationships, love soulmates are people who, again, have made a pact to meet each other again because they need to learn more stuff from each other, because something may have not worked out in that past life, but they were their soulmate, their relationship, you know, their soulmate, love soulmate. Okay, and that's why when I did the karma soulmate first, because a lot of times you meet your karma soulmate and you learn from that, and then you complete the karma there, and then you meet your soulmate. It's a beautiful thing, okay? When it is meant to be, and it's meant to for the soulmates to stay together, when they meet each other in this lifetime, it is a beautiful thing. It is a chemistry like no other. It is a beautiful love. It is such a beautiful love that you are willing to let go of that person. If you're willing to let go of that person just for that person to be happy, it is an unconditional love. Okay, people, it is an unconditional love, and it's a love that has no ego and no pride. Okay, karma soulmates, sometimes they have the ego and the pride and all that, but in a soulmate relationship, not a soulmate relationship. That's a love relationship. That's not a soulmate relationship that you have with like a family member or a child. But yes, it is such a beautiful connection. Okay, when you meet the person, it's like you've known them. It's just like when you meet a twin flames. At times you feel like you know them because it's your soul, it's your other half. So you feel a crazy chemistry and connection with them. And with soulmates, it's the same. You feel like you know them. Some people, even start dreaming things about them. And some people even dream their soulmate before they even come into their life. It's crazy, okay? Because the person's already been in your life. And the thing is also with soulmates, you could have been in another life with them. You could have been, let's say if you're a female, you could have been the male, and they could have been the female. And in this life, you're the female and they're the male. So it's like a crazy thing, soulmates, okay? It's such a crazy thing. But you will have things in common. You at sometimes will even be able to, you feel like you can read, it's almost like you could read the person's mind at times. A lot of times you will know, you'll get like a thing and know if something is happening to them. It's a lot, you know, like twin flames. At times when you're really connected with with a twin flame, because they're your other half of your soul, and you allow yourself. That's another thing. I also believe strongly, if you don't allow, if you're not open to it, you can block it. I believe you can block it, because I've been able to block certain things with the connection, so I won't feel that much, because I don't want to be stuck in it. When it comes to like a twin flame, if I know that that person and me it's not happening in this lifetime, and if it does happen and the universe feels like it does, it won't be right. It won't be, you know what I mean? It could be years from now. And that's the thing with soulmates. You could meet a soulmate, have a crazy connection with them, feel the chemistry, feel like you know the person. It'll freak you out, and you could be in another relationship. You could be in another relationship, and it may not be the right time, but that was the right time to meet for whatever reason. And then years can pass by, just like the twin flame. Years can pass by, and then you meet up with them again. And then all of a sudden, everything is peaches and cream. All of a sudden, you start hearing, oh, that relationship didn't work out. And you're like, oh, well, I'm not in a relationship either. And all of a sudden, you're like this. And from that day, you never come apart. Because that's how the soulmates are. So that's why I say they're very similar to twin flames. But twin flames, a lot of people say, they're not supposed to stay together. They're just here to do something on this earth, and that's it. Soulmates are here to complete things from past lives that they agreed on to come back. And soulmates are here to learn from each other. And they can also together do good things together too. And soulmates they see a lot of stuff it's just a crazy relationship, because the chemistry is so much. And it's a beautiful thing, even with soulmates that fall out of things, fall out of being together for whatever reason, or because they learned just a little bit that they needed to learn in this lifetime with their soulmates, and then they move on. And, and let me tell you, the breakups are... It's just so bad. When people tell me that they know that was their soulmate and it didn't work out for whatever reason, I always tell them, what did you learn from that? What did you learn from that relationship? What did you learn? Because it was something that had to be taught, and maybe you didn't agree on staying together in this lifetime. You just needed to learn a bit from it for a couple of years, and then you both went your way, and then you probably meet another soulmate. Now, this is the thing about soulmates. Some people believe there's a whole bunch of relationship soulmates. Some people believe that there's only one. This is me. Don't get all crazy now. If you only believe there's one, I believe there are many. The reason why I believe there are many is because I believe that We've all met before. If I know you, it was because I met you in another life sometime back there. So I honestly believe that we have more than one. Is there one that we did agree on to in this lifetime to be with? We probably have. And that's why when you feel the big connection with a person that is a soulmate, and you do marry this person and you stay with them for the rest of your life, you know, it's because it was the right time for you to be with that person. But I believe there's a lot of soulmates that come into our lives to show us something, for us to grow in this lifetime, you know, for us to show, you know, for us to go through lessons that we needed to go through to be able to better our souls, ourselves in this lifetime, for the next lifetime. So I believe there's more than one. I believe there's one. And I've been lucky enough to meet a lot of soulmates. Okay? That's why I always say, oh, that was a soulmate. That was a soulmate. I've been very lucky enough to meet a lot of soulmates, people. And children could be our soulmates. I have soulmate children. I was lucky enough to meet and to have my soulmate children in this life. I have had things with my children that have happened, and I've known that something was happening with them. And some people say, oh, that's just because you're a mother or whatever, and you just get that gut feeling. No, it was different. It was very different type of feeling. I freaked out. For an example, my son, when he was 3 years old, I think it was three or four, he was, there was a window open, and this is a very scary story. I can't even mention this story to my mother because she says she gets too nervous thinking about it, because she was watching him, and he went into a room. He lifted up a window, and we lived on the 5th floor, and he was trying to look, and people were like screaming and telling my brother that was in the other window, going like this to him to go get him. And I had left from school early and was having like a lunch with a soulmate. I know he was a soulmate of mine. And I had to stop everything. I freaked the hell out. And he was like, what's wrong with you? I said, I gotta go home, I gotta go home, I gotta go home. And he was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I was like, I gotta go home, I don't know. A whole fear came over me. Like I couldn't control it. I couldn't breathe. And I was just so nervous knowing that I had to leave, and I knew it had something to do with him. And when I got home, I was like running home, and I didn't know why I was running home. And when I got there, my mom told me, you almost didn't find your kid alive. She has a way with words. She said, you almost didn't find your kid alive. And she explained to me what happened. So I know my children are my soulmates. They chose me. I have one that always tells me, one of my twins always tells me, you know, thank you for agreeing to come, you know, to come into this life with me. And I'm so glad I chose you, because I also believe that. I also believe we choose our parents. We choose who we want to learn lessons with in our lives. So, and I also believe that also soulmates, pet soulmates. I believe that when there's some people that are like, oh, this was my soulmate. And when they say it, I believe it. I believe it. You know, I honestly believe it, that there is a love like that for a pet, that, and you know, that you've had some type of relationship with this pet in a different lifetime. So yes, people, there are many types of soulmates. Our children, you know, our friends. We have soulmates that are best friends, that we've probably had past lives with them, and we have chosen to go into another life with them or meet up with them again. So to me, whoever you meet is never a coincidence. To me, whoever you meet in this lifetime is because you had another lifetime with them, and that's why they seem so familiar to you, and that's why your best friend is like she's your sister, but she's not. is because in maybe some other lifetime, they were your relative, you know, they were something else of yours. I mean, that's just me, people. I believe in past lives. I mean, let me know, comment below. Have you met a soulmate? Have you met a love soulmate, a relationship soulmate? Your children, do you believe your children are your soulmates? Let me know what you think about this. Your pet, did you have a pet that passed away and you felt that that was your soulmate, and it was so hard when, you know, when they passed away? Because I do believe that. I believe that there's never a coincidence in meeting people. There's, you know, I met a few soulmates, and one could not take the what was going on between us and the chemistry and the energy between us. But I knew he was my soulmate just by the way he looked at me. I have never had no one look like at me that way. I would feel the connection coming off of him. I knew that he was not going to stay in my life because of the connection me and him had. I knew it was too much. But you know, I learned, and it was a beautiful experience, and I thank him because I was able to experience that with him, and it was on another soul level. So, you know, yes, people, comment below and let me know what you think. If you've met your soulmate, if it's a connection like nothing else, if it's like you feel, it's just crazy how you feel with soulmates. You know, is it something like you dream the person, or you know when something's happening to them, or you know, you feel such a connection like you've never felt before, and like you already know, I know this person from another life. You know, I know some people even start dreaming about the past lives they had with the soulmate. Okay, I haven't had that happen. I can't talk too much about that because I haven't had it happen, but some people have, you know, they've had that happen. And, you know, if for those of you who are looking for your soulmate, work on you first, because soulmate connection is something real. And when you have it and you find it in a relationship, the person that is your soulmate you're supposed to be with, you want to make sure that you are good. Because some soulmates, they'll be together, things happen, they break up, then they get back together again. And this is just some of them. But to me, those are usually karma soulmates. Then there's some that they meet, then they're not together. Like I said before, they're not together because of circumstances. Then they meet again, and then they're good together. So, and then there's some that they're back and forth because one of them can't deal sometimes with the connection, you know, and it's hard for them to believe it because of things that they have not let go of from the past, from past relationship, or maybe even from karma soulmates, you know. So yeah, it's a very tricky thing, but when it's good, it's good. I can tell you that much. When it's good, it's good, you know. Some soulmates even complete each other's sentences. It's crazy. It's crazy. So let me know what you think about this video, my friends. Comment below. Share if you think this will help someone that wants that was curious about soulmates. This is my interpretation of soulmates, what I think about them. So and my experience with them. And it's a beautiful experience. It's a beautiful experience. And with one of my kids that, you know, all three of them are my soulmates, but with one of them that she always tells me this, it was very rocky. It was very rocky with me and her. We used to fight all the time, okay? And it wasn't healthy, our relationship, but we both learned from it. We, you know, and this is why she tells me, thank you for being my mom in this lifetime, because she says that she feels like I understand her very well. And to me, the only way I'm able to understand her is because I've been with her before, and I believe she was my mom in a past life, because she advises me when I feel a certain way, and I advise her. So you know, it's a beautiful thing. And me and her have come a very long way to be able to have the relationship and the closeness that we have now. So, you know, some soulmates that are family members, you'll have issues with them, and then you learn from the issues, and one will be more patient than the other because they know, their soul knows that, you know, they're supposed to learn from each other, and they're supposed to be the best of friends, but one may be a certain way and you may be another way. So know that everything is as it should be. I always tell people that everything is as it should be. So yes, people, this is my soulmate connection video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've experienced any of this with your soulmate. Let me know what you think. Subscribe YouTube, Facebook, notification, follow the page. And I'll be on here on Friday at 4:44 to do my live free readings. And as always, people, thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. I really do appreciate it. And much love to everyone. And I salute the divinity within all of you. Bye.